After torturing Shanda for hours, the girls placed her in the trunk of their car and drove around aimlessly, deciding what to do next. Eventually, they drove to a remote area in Jefferson County, where they doused Shanda with gasoline and set her on fire. Shanda was still alive when she was set ablaze. The sheer brutality and callousness of the act shocked the nation. The tragic life and death of Shanda Sharer. Shanda Renee Sharer was a bright young girl whose life was tragically cut short in an incident that shocked the nation and brought to light the dark side of teenage jealousy and revenge. Born on June 6, 1979, in Pineville, Kentucky, Shanda was a vibrant, friendly, and academically inclined child. She was the daughter of Steve Sharer and Jacque Vaught, who later divorced. Shanda moved with her mother to New Albany, Indiana, where she would attend Hazelwood Middle School. It was here that her life took a devastating turn. Early life Shanda's early years were marked by normalcy and happiness. She was active in sports, particularly basketball, and was known for her vivacious personality and radiant smile. Shanda was well liked by her peers and had a close-knit group of friends. Her mother, Jacque, described her as a ray of sunshine, always eager to help others and full of life. This idyllic childhood, however, would soon be overshadowed by a series of events leading to a horrific tragedy. The move to Indiana. The move to Indiana was a significant change for Shanda. Transitioning to a new school and making new friends can be challenging for any child, and Shanda was no exception. Despite this, she quickly adapted to her new environment, joining the cheerleading team and making friends. However, it was during this period that Shanda became entangled in a relationship that would ultimately lead to her untimely death. The romantic entanglement. In 1991, Shanda met Amanda Hevron at Hazelwood Middle School. Amanda, a fellow student, was openly bisexual, which was relatively uncommon and sometimes controversial at the time. The two girls quickly developed a close friendship that soon blossomed into a romantic relationship. However, this relationship did not sit well with Amanda's ex-girlfriend, Melinda Lovelace. Melinda Lovelace was intensely jealous and possessive. She viewed Shanda as a threat and became obsessed with breaking up the relationship between Shanda and Amanda. Melinda's jealousy and possessiveness would soon spiral into a dangerous obsession, setting the stage for a series of events that would lead to one of the most heinous crimes in Indiana's history. The conspiracy. In January 1992, Melinda Lovelace enlisted the help of 3 other teenage girls, Lori Tackett, Hope Rippey, and Toni Lawrence. Lori Tackett, who had a fascination with the occult and a penchant for violence, was more than willing to assist Melinda in her plan to scare Shanda. Hope Rippey and Toni Lawrence, although initially hesitant, were eventually persuaded to join in the plot. The plan was initially to scare Shanda, but it quickly escalated into something far more sinister. On the night of January 10, 1992, the 4 girls lured Shanda out of her house under the pretense of taking her to meet Amanda. Shanda, unaware of the true intentions of the girls, willingly went with them. What followed was a night of unimaginable horror. The Night of Terror. Shanda was driven to an abandoned house in a remote area. Here, the 4 girls subjected her to brutal torture that lasted for hours. Shanda was beaten, strangled, and repeatedly stabbed. Despite her desperate pleas for mercy, the girls showed no compassion. The brutality of the attack was shocking, even to seasoned law enforcement officers who later investigated the case. After torturing Shanda for hours, the girls placed her in the trunk of their car and drove around aimlessly, deciding what to do next. Eventually, they drove to a remote area in Jefferson County, where they doused Shanda with gasoline and set her on fire. Shanda was still alive when she was set ablaze. The sheer brutality and callousness of the act shocked the nation. The aftermath: Shanda's body was discovered the next day by a local hunter, triggering a massive police investigation. The brutality of the crime and the young ages of the perpetrators shocked the community and the nation. It did not take long for the police to apprehend the suspects, as Tony Lawrence, racked with guilt, confessed to the crime and implicated the other 3 girls. The trial was a media sensation, with graphic details of the crime being reported daily. All 4 girls were tried as adults and received substantial prison sentences. Melinda Loveless, the ringleader, received a 60-year sentence. Lori Tackett was also sentenced to 60 years, while Hope Rippey and Tony Lawrence received lesser sentences due to their cooperation with the authorities. The legacy: Shanda's murder had a profound impact on her family, friends, and the community. Her mother, Jacque Vaught, became an advocate for victims' rights and worked tirelessly to ensure that her daughter's memory was not forgotten. The Shanda Sharer Scholarship Fund was established in her memory, providing financial assistance to students pursuing careers in nursing, a profession Shanda had aspired to join. The case also brought attention to the issue of teenage violence and the influence of peer pressure. It highlighted the need for better mental health support and intervention for troubled teens. The brutal nature of the crime led to calls for harsher penalties for juveniles involved in violent crimes. The perpetrators' lives. Post-incarceration. Over the years, the 4 girls involved in Shanda's murder have served various lengths of prison time. Tony Lawrence was released in 2000 after serving 9 years. Hope Rippey was released in 2006 after serving 14 years. Lori Tackett was released in 2018 after serving nearly 26 years. Melinda Loveless, the mastermind behind the crime, was released on September 5, 2019, after serving 27 years. The release of these individuals has been met with mixed reactions from the public and Shanda's family. For some, their release is seen as a miscarriage of justice, while others believe that they have paid their debt to society and deserve a chance at rehabilitation. Reflections on the tragedy. The murder of Shanda Sharer remains one of the most disturbing and tragic cases in Indiana's history. It serves as a grim reminder of the potential for violence that can arise from jealousy and peer pressure. The case continues to be studied by criminologists, psychologists, and legal experts seeking to understand the factors that led to such a horrific act of violence committed by such young individuals. Shanda's story is a poignant reminder of the importance of addressing the emotional and psychological needs of young people. It underscores the need for vigilance in recognizing and intervening in situations where jealousy and rivalry can escalate into violence. Most importantly, it serves as a solemn tribute to a young life lost too soon, reminding us of the enduring impact of senseless violence on victims, families, and communities. Conclusion. Shanda Sharer's life, though tragically short, left a lasting impact on those who knew her and on the broader community. Her death serves as a powerful reminder of the devastating effects of unchecked jealousy and revenge. As we reflect on her story, it is crucial to remember the importance of compassion, understanding, and intervention in preventing similar tragedies in the future. Shanda's legacy lives on through the efforts of her family and the ongoing discussions about juvenile justice and violence prevention, ensuring that her memory continues to inspire positive change.